Morning, year 8. Welcome back for summer 1. This is our regular Friday assembly. I hope you're able to access it easily. And if you can please answer any of the little questions in purple where you hear my voice asking for replies, that would be fantastic. The more input I get from the assembly, the better, because that helps me shape things. The theme of this assembly, guys, is how to turn the lockdown into an opportunity. Now, I want to go through a couple of changes, a couple of things that are going on in the year group so that you feel connected still, but I'm also going to be talking about things we can do and how to make this an opportunity, because trust me, you probably won't get something like this happening again, fingers crossed. So let's make the most of it. It is a difficult situation for many people. Let's try and find something positive that we can get out of it. That's my message today, so I'm hoping you enjoy the assembly, and I hope to hear from you soon. So how is lockdown a potential opportunity? Well, in the UK, many people have been using the time at home to get outside more, which sounds strange. But once a day, it's recommended that we get outside, and especially with the weather like this, sunshine is a very important thing to help keep our mental states healthy and to make sure that we are getting out of the house at some point, even if it's just to go for a walk around the block, maintaining social distancing, or if it's to go to a park and get out amongst the trees. If you can do that, then that's really important. Make that part of your routine for the day. There's also been an increase in the number of people using new apps to learn languages. I know you learn languages in school, but perhaps there's one that you're fascinated by. Maybe it's a different language, maybe Arabic or Japanese, or maybe something from another part of the world which you're interested in. Have a go. Do something different and take some time maybe to learn a skill just for the sake of learning it. So also, along that lines, you can also take up something else, maybe learning online, or perhaps you can order something to be sent home, like an instrument or maybe a different skill. If you've never been good at doing kicky-ups with toilet roll, for example, you can have a go at that. So on to some year group news. With Miss Orris signed off from school for health reasons for the foreseeable future, 8 LOR is now 8 DRE, and Mr. Reese has taken over. He's already been in contact with many of you, and many of you will know him from his work in the geography department. So you'll be looking out for emails from him, and just as I will go through in a moment, you'll be expected to reply to his emails as well. Okay, same with 8 JMA, with Miss Martin moving on after the Easter break. 8 SSI is now replacing that, so Mr. Singh will be taking over that tutor group, and he will have been in contact with you already this week. And again, we will all be expecting replies to your tutor email. So just moving on to the first bullet point, tutors have been asked now to send one email on a Monday, which will then take you through all the different points of the week. Now, what they write to you will come from me and also from themselves. They may have some different things that they want to speak to you about, but it is a school message, and you must please be reading those emails and replying to whatever it is the tutor asks you to reply to. It may be a quiz, it may be a riddle or a question, it might be for you to send in ideas of what you can do for the week or something that you did over the weekend. Contact with your tutor is very important, so please do reply to that. Okay, to help everybody get on with work and to have a better structure to their time during isolation, we are sending out new timetables as a guide for you and your parents to look at and help you structure your day. These are not intended to be followed to the letter. If you want to do work before or after it says on the timetable, that is absolutely fine. Now, the one I will show you in a moment, that is subject to change, but it does have some important elements that I'll go through in a moment. Okay, a way that we are tracking work that is being done by students and contact that we have with students is by new spreadsheets. I'm in charge of an engagement tracker where we will log who is replying to us and who is not. And I'm also in charge of an academic tracker in which we will check who is submitting work to their teachers and who is not. If you're somebody who has not been in contact with any teachers or your head of year or your tutor, you can expect a letter home. It's very important that during this time you remember that we are still at school, we are still supposed to be learning and consolidating what we have learned. This could be a great opportunity for us, or we could miss that opportunity and we could lose a lot of ground that we've made up in the last few years. So it's really important that you engage as much as possible. Now, something quite exciting from Miss Macmillan, she's asking all teachers for shout outs of students who have done really well, and 2 from each year group will be sent an Amazon voucher for you to use online. So that's really exciting. I hope you look out for that. Okay, so looking here, this is an example of our new timetables. So you can see up the top there, Monday school assembly, Tuesday current affairs, so that would be something your tutor sends you. Wednesday PSH CE, so that's political, social, citizenship studies, so we'll be sending that out on a Wednesday. Thursday there'll be another little quiz sent out, and then Fridays, hopefully you're looking at this assembly on a Friday, that's when we're going to be doing that. So if you have a look at these, the whole point is that more structure for you equals less stress, because you know when things are expected, you know when things need to be done, and you can plan your day around it. Okay, so when it comes to the timetable, what physical activities could we be doing? Well, something during lockdown to make the best of your time would be something like PE with Joe Wick. So this morning, for example, people have been logging on and watching him go through a PE lesson. I know many of your teachers are already doing this, but this is a national activity, something really fun that you can do in the morning for your physical activity. So I've included a link down at the bottom. If you want to click that, then you can go straight to that site. Okay, another really amazing thing that we have is time, and time is something that I use very often to read. Now, I don't get much time when I'm at school because we all know that we're all very busy on a normal day, but literature really is one of the best ways to escape from the world around us. If we're a bit bored or we think things are a bit repetitive, get out a decent book and read something different. It's a way to really escape from the world as it is. Now, 2 of my favourite books of all time are illustrated there on the left, Bernard Cornwell's The Last Kingdom and Audrey Hepburner's The Time Traveller's Wife. I love those books. They've both been made into films as well, so someone else clearly liked them too. If you're interested, Audible, an Amazon company, is making stories available for free. I've included a link down at the bottom of the screen there, and you can click on that and get involved in reading, stretching your mind, and audiobooks also. You can just listen to them, and you can listen to them over the phone, put your earphones in and just disappear into a different world for a while. It's fantastic. Okay, so a lot of people are involved in new activities. Now, some of us are silly enough to order lots of things on Amazon, and one of the things I've ordered is an electric violin. It's not actually turned up yet. I'm hoping it arrives in time for my birthday, but I've always wanted to learn this. It's something that I've never had time to do, and I've never really had the space to do it either. But this lockdown has given me an opportunity to actually tick something off my list and to try and learn a new instrument to go with the others that I know. It's electric because I'm being considerate and I'm trying not to upset the neighbours, so I get to play it with some earphones. And this is really important, guys, and this is something I'd like you to reply to me by email, please. Tell me something that you've been trying out over this time that you've not been able to do before. Maybe it's something you always wanted to do. Maybe it's something you never knew you wanted to do until now. If there's something that you're improving on and learning, please tell me, because I'd be really excited to hear about it. Okay, so the following shout outs from members of staff so far. I know it's early in the term, but these are the people that I've got shout outs from. So from myself, Costa, Janace and Zane, I've seen some good work from you, and I've been in contact with parents about the work that you can send, so that's great. From Mr. Moreau, this was very early in the week, he told me that Noah and Laura had done a really good job on his work, so well done to you two. And from Miss Kevel, we've got Adriana and Patrick, so well done to you guys. And Miss Greason, Millie May and Tamis, fantastic work from you guys. So well done to you. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for being so on it. Brilliant. Okay, so in terms of the trackers, we've had a few people who have not been submitting work. Now, there might be a few reasons for this, but they know who they are, we know who they are, but these are the statistics for the tutor groups. Now, students who have got 3 or more ratings for red, which is not good for English, maths and science. So in joint third place at the bottom there, I think 5 students in each of these had no work submitted for English, maths or science. And then you've got Mr. Rees coming into second with very, very few ratings for red, and doing the best so far in terms of staying out of that red bracket is SAH. So well done to you. And in greens, a much better spread. We've got 3 ratings of green, which means great work for English, maths and science. At the very top is 8 MUB with DRE and GAB in joint second place. So I'll be sending these statistics out. I'll also be speaking to students about their good work, and I know Miss Macmillan is sending out postcards to anyone who has got 3 ratings of green. So you can wait for those guys. That would be fantastic as well. Okay, so our Lucky 10 quiz, it's gone up from 7 to 10 because I had more time this morning. So number 1, which colour is McQueen House? As always, can you please send all your answers to my email, which is down at the bottom of the screen there, and I can allocate prizes to those who have done well. Number 2, on which floor are the new history classrooms in school? The history department has moved. Which floor are those new classrooms going to be on? Is it UG? Is it 1, 2, 3 or 4? So that's UG 1, 2, 3 or 4. What floor are the new history classrooms in? Number 3, what colour is the corridor on the 2nd floor? Now there's a link between questions 3 and question 2, so I won't spoil that any further. Number 4, what font is this? So that word, what font is that? 5, which department, subject department, does Mr. Connolly work in? What type of teacher is he? 6, outside school now, what government job does Matt Hancock do? He's on the news quite a lot. Like him or love him or hate him, what government job does Matt Hancock do? Number 7, politics again. Who is the new leader of the Labour Party, who stand in opposition to the Conservatives in Parliament? Okay, so who is the new leader of the opposition Labour Party? Number 8, what is 12 by 12 plus 6 by 2 plus 1? What is the answer to that sum, please? Number 9, if you had 50 people, how many fingers would they have between them? Now, they all have a full set of fingers, guys. There's not somebody there with a missing pinky, all right? Otherwise, that wouldn't be a fair question. So how many fingers do 50 people have between them? And 10, when we are outside for our exercise or our company outside, how far should we stay apart? So what is the social distancing measure? Okay, and as always, if you feel you need someone to talk to through the national situation, if things are getting difficult, you feel cooped up. For kids, there's Childline, so the number's down there at the bottom. And for adults, there's the Samaritans. Please do make sure you're talking to friends, family, and if you can't speak to any of those, give these guys a call. They're professionals, they're trained to help you make the most of time speaking to someone about your mental health, guys. It's really important. So finally, on behalf of all of us at Art Putney Academy and myself and the Year 8 team, I just want to say, stay happy, stay safe, and take care. Thank you.